So, welcome everyone. My name is James Callahan. I'm from the Town Council. I want to thank you for attending the opening ceremony for the restoration of the Earles Court Water Tower. Today is one of the first steps in what should be another great preservation and restoration effort on a landmark town property. With your help, the Earles Court Water Tower restoration will hopefully join other great Narragansett landmarks like the Towers, King Bungalow, and South County Museum. And it is a tribute to Narragansett and its residents that efforts like these take place. It is because of people like you, like the Briggs, like the Latimers, and many, many others for their work that something like this could happen, which is rare across the state and quite frankly the country. Just last week, Narragansett received the Stewardship Award from the Rhode Island Preservation Society for prior campaigns that led to the restoration of the number of beautiful properties we have here in town. People and organizations, including Sally Latimer, Keith Lescarbot of ABCOR, Mr. James Transu, whose yard we're in right now, Mr. Briggs and Mrs. Gardner, and Mr. Gardner, Patty Russa, the Gibson Avenue Association, the Narragansett Land Trust, and the Narragansett Town staff, including Mike DeLuca, deserve countless hours of credit and hard work for their vision and their efforts on these kind of restoration projects. Narragansett's great history has been celebrated all year long. Richard Vandermeersch and Ted Wright have led the effort and devoted countless hours to the Earles Court Water Tower Restoration Project and the 125th anniversary celebration here in town. And when it's restored to its former glory, it should be, I think, 81 or 84 feet high. It'll have a dragon or a griffin on it. And I think, or actually I know, that it'll be truly unique. And I don't think it'll be anything like it anywhere else, and it'll be a great addition to the town. The restoration will not only contribute to Narragansett's historical significance, but it will also contribute to Narragansett's position as a destination for visitors far and wide. So with that, thank you all for coming. I'd like to turn it over to Keith Lescarbot, who will give us an explanation of the project itself.
Good afternoon, and again, thanks for coming. This is the beginning of a long process. You know, when construction begins, most of the work is done, and it's a quick and fun process. But this is only the beginning, and it will be a while, but let's get it going. I chair the Narragansett Historic District Commission, and when Sally came to me, she said, well, we want to rebuild the tower. And I said, okay, no problem. Would you like the dragon to breathe fire? And all kidding aside, it is a doable option. But these kinds of things are very unique, and some might ask, you know, why should we do this? And in all these hard times, you know, why should we go to this extreme? But I think it's important. It's inevitable that most of these structures will be torn down, will be demoed, will burn, will succumb to economic devastation or practicality, as they call it. But that's okay, and that's inevitable. But why don't we try and save a few? You know, why don't we just save a few? We know we love Narragansett, and you know we continue to lose the specific reasons why, and this is certainly one of them. So I think it's important. Like I say, we will have modernization, and things will go by the wayside, but we should make an effort to put. Thank you. We should make an effort to put a few aside and save a few. So that's our goal here. Something important like this. I think it's important that our grandchildren and their grandchildren not think of, you know, a lighthouse as a solar powered buoy beacon. Maybe not think of all water towers as big green rusty mushrooms, and have an example of where we've come from and what things used to be like, so that we can better carve our path ahead. So this is incrementally what it would look like. The base that's remaining is 26 feet 8 inches tall. Uh, Overall, the finished product would top off at 81 feet with a 22-foot carbon fiber griffin. Uh, Very, very dramatic. It will certainly be a highlight of the area. And just to give you an idea of the magnitude, it will top off at relatively the same height as the cupola on the Narragansett Towers, and much narrower. So a very, very substantial structure. So, we look forward to bringing this project forward and working with everyone involved, all of the talented people and dedicated people like Sally and the various departments of the town, the public works and planning, and all the members of the community that are coming forward to be involved with such an important thing. Thank you for coming.
Thank you very much, Keith. As one of the town staff said recently, Keith's work is not just construction work, it's actually art in many ways, and that's a tribute to you and the towers itself. So thank you very much for your work. And now we have a special presentation from the Briggs family, specifically Mr. James Briggs, 125th birthday present to the town. I'll ask Ms. Latimer to come up again and Mr. Briggs.
This is a check for $10,000 to the town, or to Sally and the town, to get this project started. My ex-son-in-law, John Paul DeGioia, sent it to me to give to this foundation. I think we all should get behind this, and I'm going to do the best I can to see it through. Thank you. No, you can't sit down.
We're so happy to have Mr. Briggs and his family here because they've been stalwarts here in the community for so many years. Oh, you want me to use that microphone? The end of October, Mr. Briggs is going to turn 90. And we wanted to salute him because he was a World War II vet. And we're losing them so fast. We're not going to lose you. And he's been such a support to the town and to projects that I've undertaken. So I wanted you to know about Mr. Briggs. He was a radio operator during World War II for the
B-17s and B-24s. B-17s and B-24s.
And we're so happy that I've been able to work with his family and asking if they would support this effort. And they did. It came Friday. But we're so happy. This is part of the John Paul Mitchell Corporation. We get your shampoo and cosmetics and so on. And we're so grateful to them for providing that, for Mr. DiGioia for providing it. Thank you so much.
And I loaned him $750 to get into business.
Yeah, you coaching.
Us. Well, we'll let you sit down now because what we're going to do is we're going to ask. We don't know how this is going to work. We didn't know how many people would be here. So John Bosquet is revving up his little magic machine over on Gibson Avenue. It's a wonderful magic machine that he designed to photograph and video, and he's very so he's waiting for the word for us to line up as 1, 2, 5. Now the one we have to have straight lines so we can read it. This was his suggestion. He has done this across in Newport, and he said it works fine. Since we're celebrating the 125th anniversary of the town, this is we feel a major event. And so if you will, let me think how we're going to do this. Very carefully go to the road and, oh, you did. Okay, they did chalk it out. Okay, so if you will,
Let's go.
oh, you want to say anything else? Okay, so.
The only other thing I wanted to say is I have to wake up with a great grandmother in bed with me in the morning.
He doesn't have a microphone in front of him.
This is almost the end. As soon as you line up and John Bosquet flies over in his model magic machine, he and his son, Nate,
Take a picture of that.
I think we passed out some of the brochure of the programs. If anyone wants a copy of it, everything that is donated towards this project goes to the project, even though we've opened our account at the town, and it is a 501. 501c, so we'll give you credit for your donations. So if you'll all line up, and afterwards you might get cupcakes and water before you leave. Thank you so much for coming.